What's going on, everyone? My name is John. I'm the Wolf of Ecom, and I wanted to give you my top 3 tips for when you're starting out in e-commerce and doing dropshipping. These are the biggest questions I usually get asked, okay? So I want to just answer all of them in one shot just to really help you get started, or if you've already been in e-commerce and you're maybe struggling, this will definitely give you some of the fundamentals as good reminders of where you may be off track, okay? So the first question I usually get is, should I start a branded store, a niche store, a one product store, or a general store? Okay, now listen, all of these can absolutely work. But what I want you to realize is that, let's say you think you're the biggest boss at marketing cosmetics, right? So you put all this time and energy and maybe some money into branding a one product store around like an eyelash product or a nail product, okay? And then you quickly find out that you either can't stand the niche and the BS that comes with it, or you find that you're just not getting the results that you want, right? So you can either move on to a new product or try to work with that in a niche, or if you want to explore something outside of that, maybe something that you have a little more passion for, which can sometimes help, you may find that you're stuck, right? And you'll feel stuck, and then it's going to feel overwhelming to have to go and rebrand your store all over and start from scratch, okay? And that's just not fun, and most people don't want to do that. I know I won't want to do it, so that's why I recommend everyone starts with a general store. General stores can do really well. Why? Because product is king or queen, whatever you want to call it. The product is the main thing that matters, okay? Now, obviously, if you have a branded store around a product, that's probably gonna help. It's like the icing on the cake, but the cake itself is going to be the product that you choose and how desirable it is and how desirable you make it appeal to be, okay? So that's the first question. The second biggest question I get is, why are my ads working? Well, this is answered in many ways, okay? But usually, A, it's the product, B, it's the store itself, okay? The setup that you have. C, it's the creatives, right? And the cost you're paying to get a click. D, it can be the actual page itself, how influential it is, how well you present the product, how inexpensive it is to get someone to add to the cart, right? And we talk about this in our 4-day, 4-part startup mini course, which you can get access to by clicking on the link below. Make sure to check that out right away. Okay, but the other thing is that you have to realize that it's almost like a diagnosis, okay? So there's steps, and I talk about this in one of our other videos, which I may link to in the description as well. And the first step is, do people want to click on the ad, right? So are you selling the ad? Are you selling the click? Are you getting people interested enough where it makes sense for them to click on the ad and go to your page, okay? The next step that you need to look at, right, in the funnel, in the ladder, okay, is going to be, are they viewing the content, right, or are they just bouncing right away? Okay, you'll see a discrepancy in the number of link clicks you get and the number of view contents, as far as load speed, and also as far as, are people actually wanting to put a little bit of their time into looking at this product page. Okay, next is, how many people visit your page, and then what percentage of those people added to the cart, right? Because let's say if we reverse the math and it comes out to you're paying $20 to get someone to add it to the cart after you've done thorough testing, and your product, you need to be getting your cost per purchase around $10. Well, it's gonna be pretty hard, if not impossible, to get people that are paying $20 just to add it to the cart to reduce that down. You're gonna need to make some major changes in your creative, in your copy, on the page, on the pricing, on the offer. It could be a number of things, but this is how you have to think in e-commerce, okay? And then how many people are going from the cart to actually making a purchase, right? Because if you're paying $5 to get it added to cart, but you're paying $50 to make a purchase, a very low percentage of your cart people that have gone to the cart and added to the cart, are actually moving to the next step and making the purchase, okay? And then after that, you can look at your average order value, how many people are adding the upsell that you offer or the bundles that you offer. It can get very complicated if you want it to be, but the bottom line is you need to diagnose your funnel and see why is it not working, what about it is not working. Because just to generally say it's not working is usually not the smartest thing, right? It's not the most intelligent thing. That's like someone that's trying to lose weight. They're just saying, oh, this just isn't working. I just can't lose weight. It's my genetics, right? That's usually BS. And I say this as I come from the fitness industry. Okay, usually it's because they're slightly overeating, or they're not getting all their workouts in, or they're eating late at night, or they're not getting enough sleep, right? So all those things can have an impact, right? So that has to, you have to look at that as kind of like the same idea with this, with e-commerce, with dropshipping in your sales funnel, all right, to get the desired outcome, okay? Now, the last question I always get is, how do I find winning products? Well, this goes back to the first 2 points, right? So you can have success in pretty much any niche where there's desire, and if there's someone already selling in a certain niche, you can sell there too, right? They're already validating it. Okay, now the next thing you have to look at is the product itself. Does it solve some kind of problem? I know people go back and forth with this. A lot of the gurus will say it doesn't need to, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think if you're selling a product that serves a need naturally, it's gonna be a lot easier to propose a reason why they would want to sell. What's unique about it? Why they need to buy it from you? Okay. So that's the first thing, right? And then the next thing is the pricing. Does the offer make sense? Okay, is it too expensive for you, so you need to charge a super high price and you can't present it well enough to justify that, right? Or is the market reach not very large? So if you're selling, I use this example all the time. If you're selling weenie dog cups, I'm probably one of your only few customers. That me and other Dachshund fans out there in the world. There's not a lot of us, but there are some of us. So if you found a good product that you sold to weenie dog lovers, then you may find that you actually do get some sales right away, but then you can't scale it because the market size isn't very big. Okay, so what I want you to think about is when you're trying to choose winning products, think about stuff that you use that solves a problem that you could see a lot of humans needing or willing to buy, because it's, like if it's like a cleaning product, for example, right? Everyone needs to clean at some point in their life. So it's logical that you'd have a large reach by selling a product like that. Okay, AliExpress, spy tools, spying on your competitors, all those things definitely work. But really thinking outside the box. Like, I've even found something on AliExpress that really I probably couldn't buy off of AliExpress, for example, and maybe I want to find somewhere to source in the US. So what I did is I went straight to Amazon and I got the product. I made it creative. I made a video of me using the product, and I tested with that right away. Why? Because I'm the first person running it, right? So if you find that great product, that hot product that maybe you're unaware of, that you test and you're like, wow, this is working amazing, and you're the first one to advertise it and run it, and you do it well, you're going to get the biggest return compared to everyone else that's going to come in after you, or if you try to just grab someone else's product and start running it. So those are my top tips. I can promise you that it may feel overwhelming, it may feel frustrating, it may feel stressful because you're not having success, you're not making money, and that's usually how it starts, and you'll go through that again at some point. But anyways, if you're looking for a little more guidance and you need some help just to get started, or if you've already been at it and you're just not seeing results, go ahead and check out that mini course, that 4-day program that's going to help you launch. And we're going to show you how to build a store that converts, how to identify winning products that will sell, and how to test and scale them with Facebook ads. Whether or not they're actually outright winners, you're going to learn the process of how to repeat it without losing a bunch of money. So go ahead and check that out. You'll see them in the link in the description, and I'll see you on the next video.